I have seen gods fly. I've seen men build weapons that I couldn't even imagine. I've seen aliens drop from the sky.
Yeah.
But I have never seen anything like this. How much more are you hiding?
Hold up. Let's go.
We are home. My son, it is your time.
Show me my respect and bow down.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be. Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
The revolution will not be televised.
Show me my respect and bow down. We own ya. We own ya. We only getting started now. Cause we own ya. Everybody think they know me now. Cause we own ya. You and I'm a homie now. Cause we own ya.
I waited my entire life for this. The world's gonna start over. I'ma burn it all.
What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out.
Wakanda forever!
The revolution will not be televised.
Let's have some fun.
The revolution will be live.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chadwick Boseman.
I know personally that your generosity extends past what you have given on the stage and screen. Many of you already know the story that Mr. Washington, when asked by Felicia Rashad to join her in assisting 9 theater students from Howard University who had been accepted to a summer acting program at the British Academy of Dramatic Acting in Oxford, he gracefully and privately agreed to contribute. As fate would have it, I was one of the students that he paid for. Imagine receiving a letter that your tuition for that summer was paid for and that your benefactor was none other than the dopest actor on the planet. I have no doubt that there are similar stories at boys and girls clubs and theaters and churches across the country where I know you have also inspired and motivated others. An offering from a sage and a king is more than silver and gold. It is a seed of hope, a bud of faith. There is no Black Panther without Denzel Washington. And not just because of me, but my whole cast, that generation stands on your shoulders. The daily battles won, the 1,000 territories gained, the many sacrifices you made for the culture on film sets through your career, the things you refused to compromise along the way, laid the blueprints for us to follow. And so now, let he who has watered be watered. Let he who has given be given too. It is an honor to now know you, to learn from you, and join in this work with you. May God bless you exceedingly and abundantly more in what's in store than he ever has before. God bless you.
Yeah. And as you say, you started out in theatre, and when you were a student, a theatre student, you had a mysterious benefactor, did you not?
Oh.
Great expectations. Yes. I went to, I did a summer exchange at the British American Dramatic Academy at Balliol College in Oxford. I didn't have the money to pay for it, but one of my teachers at that time she would come in for a weekly class, Felicia Rashad, who a lot of people know from The Cosby Show. She would come in and do a class at Howard. And so she wanted us to, audition for this program. And, it was 9 of us. She got some of her friends to pay for it. And so my benefactor ended up being Denzel Washington.
Wow.
And so, I found that out.
Proper goosebumps. Did you pay him back?
You sound like him.
Sorry.
You sound exactly like him. So, the funny thing is he showed up at the New York premiere of Black Panther, and I had never told anyone, about that. Oh. And, he comes in the back, and he thinks he's sneaking in, and Ryan Coogler, the director, we're there, and I'm like, it's great to meet you, big fan of your work. Just wanted to tell you thank you for paying for me to go to Oxford. And he was like, oh, you owe me money, yeah.
But also, and after Black Panther, you can pay him. It's there, yeah.
I just did a movie that he produced, and so he got me cheap,
Don't miss an all-new episode of The Graham Norton Show, Fridays at 11. And catch up now.
Well, look at you here, and this is like, First of all, why are you doing this, dude? You know you're going to lose this eventually, right? You can't. Now you got to maintain this. You got to take your shirt off in every movie.
Yeah, you got to remember when,
Remember when.
Yeah, you got to remember when.
That's true, yeah. It's a good time to be you right now. In the article, there's a great thing. They talked about you studying acting. And you got to study at Oxford? In London?
Right. Yeah, I did an exchange while I was at Howard over summer. A group of us from Howard did it. And so Felicia Rashad actually she basically taught a class once a week while we were at Howard. And then she wanted us to do this exchange. And so she got, I didn't have money to pay for this. Yeah. And so she got a few of her friends together. And, they paid for us to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you found out who one of her friends was.
Yeah, I didn't know at first. Like, when I came back, and I've basically been holding this secret my whole career. When I came back, I got a beneficiary letter, and it said, Denzel Washington paid for you, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's what I did.
How cool is that?
Yeah. So
awesome.
So I never wanted to like ever say that until I met him, and I was doing that Rolling Stone interview, and he asked me about it, and I was like, I think I can say it now. I think I can. I've made it. I made it to the point where he's not going to think I'm trying to get something from him by saying it.
Yeah.
And
Did you ever meet him?
The weird thing that happened is I did the interview, and just before the movie came out, we did the New York premiere. He came, and I met him before the article came out. So I actually, lived up to what I originally wanted to do. It was amazing.
And what'd you say to him?
He was like, well, I haven't met you yet. And I said, yeah, I got to tell you something. You pay for me to go to school. He said, oh, so that's why I'm here. You owe me money. I came to class.
That's great.
Oh, man.
That's great, man. Well, the movie is a phenomenon. I mean, obviously, it's a Marvel movie. It's a comic book movie, but it's bigger than that. I mean, what do you think people are taking politically from this?
I mean, it's a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You always get what you bring to a viewing. Part of it, what's been very interesting is I would say the strength of the women in this movie, especially at this particular time, while the Me Too Time's Up movement is happening. This adds another layer to that conversation, and a very, very good layer to the conversation. So I think people are really, really responding to that part of Wakanda. I think the relationship between Killmonger and T'Challa, which is basically an African American trying to connect to his roots. And that conversation is one that I think is happening on a platform that you wouldn't normally see it happen. You know, those are conversations that happen behind closed doors. So you see Africans viewing African Americans in a different way, and African Americans viewing themselves in Africa in a different way, and everyone else is privy to that conversation. And so I think that is a very, very healthy thing for people to become more specific about their identity, and encouraging it. In most cases, you see people trying to water down things when you talk about diversity, as opposed to embracing what they actually are. And so I think that has been, you know, very refreshing and fulfilling.
Isn't that great? That's great. Yeah. That's so cool. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Chadwick Boseman and Letitia Wright. Man, oh man, she's fantastic.
She's great.
Oh yeah, Letitia Wright in Black Panther in theaters now. Check this out.
Let's go! Hey, look at your suit. You've been taking bullets, charging it up with kinetic energy.
Put her around the truck.
Ready, go!
That's how you do it.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.
The NAACP were not like most lawyers. We only represent innocent people, people accused because of their race. That's our mission.
You can't let them get to you.
I won't. God built me to last. When I hit that stage, then people better be ready. Especially the white folks.
Watch me sack him 4 times in one game, then watch what happens after.
And as you can see, I am not dead.
Be useful.
Today, we fought as one for the glory of Valconda!
The ruler of Valconda enters the fight with his panther-like reflexes and close combat mastery.
I have you, right there!
A free-stage slash with multiple variations. The light punch ender causes a knockdown, while the heavy punch ender is an overhead that causes a ground bounce. An aerial slash that ends in one of 2 follow-ups. Hit confirm into the divine claw ender to continue your assault. A dragon punch style attack that can be cancelled into Black Panther's wall cling for some highly stylish combos. Learning to use wall cling and wall jump to open up the opponent from anywhere on the screen is the key to mastering Black Panther's pendulum-powered playstyle. Use this flurry of slashes to set up a tag combo, catching the opponent with your other character as Black Panther knocks them skyward. Although this hyper combo must be triggered while grounded, the ease at which Black Panther can leap to the ground still makes it useful as a combo ender. If the hits are already in triple digits, then this is the best way to end an aerial combo.
Did you think you were safe? Witness the power of a king.
The range and speed of this level 3 hyper combo is better than most. Always aim to end your Infinity Storm with this savage assault. The Wild Arch Command Normal is an alternative to Black Panther's regular launcher. It can be cancelled into Predator Arts and will cling for combo extensions and mix-ups. So, you want to give this character a try? Here's one basic and one advanced combo to get you started. One of the few things that Black Panther lacks is a projectile. Solve this by giving him access to the Reality Stone's Infinity Surge. Thanks for watching this tutorial video for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.